So let's talk through this a little bit, because of course it took a journey to be where you are right now, and this is
Yeah,
truly just the
absolutely.
beginning. So tell me then, with LMA, since where we left off to where you are now, like what has been the biggest shift or the biggest takeaway for you from
So
LMA?
for me, the biggest shift, and it sounds really sort of cliche, but the biggest shift is in mindset,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about, kind of recognizing that where you are. And if I hadn't have had LMA and the skills and and to be able to go back to the course and to go over and to kind of redo some of the exercises and some of the activities, and so I started again back in January. Since then I've done 3 LMA courses. So the in-person, not in person, the kind of 6 sessions, and then I went and did that again, and then I've done the fast track as
Mm-hmm.
well. So I've done like the online, the fast track, and the kind of 6 kind of week courses as well. And
Mm-hmm.
each time I learn something new and something different about myself, about my resilience, about where I am, the connections with different people, being able to support others. And it's kind of, you know um it took me to kind of almost be like at rock bottom. Well, I was at rock bottom, because when you're looking at yourself and you're in a hospital bed and you're being told that you may not get the feeling back in your leg, and you may not be able to walk, and you're going to be disabled for the rest of your life, you either go, okay, that's me, and you accept it, and you accept all of the kind of identity with that, or you say, actually, I don't want that to be my identity. I don't want to be someone that's disabled, or, kind of not engaging and getting the most out of life. So I made a commitment to myself that, that wasn't going to be my reality, and, pushed through. And, honestly, Toma, there's been times when it's been really hard, because physio's been like, and I want to do something. And then I've done like just something really silly. Like I've lifted a pan of water to make tea, and I've hurt myself, and it's those sorts of things. But I've also been really aware of the impact that it's had on my daughter. So she's my registered carer now, young carer. I could not be where I am today without her, because she has literally been there to help me get dressed, help me get washed, help me get bathed, kind of to at the start, to kind of live the life. And we laugh about it because we have a really close bond. We're really close. Very close now, because of some of the things she's had to do. But and she's seen me at my lowest, and she's also seen me fight back, and she's seen me kind of pick myself up and dust myself down and become even more resilient and even stronger. And I think it's a really positive, for me, it's been a really positive role model and mindset for my girls, to say, actually, we can do this. And it's not been easy. Both of my girls are also in, but they both have a diagnosed eating disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in specialist mental health services, Sophie up in Bristol, Maddie down here. But they've seen me, kind of look at my mindset, look at, the kind of how I engage with life on a daily basis, look at how we can use our positivity to actually overcome on our positive mental attitude. And both of them are, Sophie's now in recovery, Maddie's still in therapy, but getting there. So they're changing their lives as well by some of the lessons that we've learned together as a family.
Wow, that's such an inspiring story. And I think like you said, just for them to see you going strong and coming back and not allowing the circumstances to be the reason why you can't do something or why life is not great, but actually allowing the circumstances to be the reason why you stand back up and keep on going. Oh,
Yeah.
I got shivers, Stephen. Oh, I am so proud of you. So tell me then, you mentioned that, there have been some challenges on the way, and I totally get that, but what kept you going? What kept you keep on coming back at, LMA, keep on doing the work? Like what was something that motivated you through it all?
Mo- um because I think I looked at my life and I just thought, actually, you know kind of the change comes from within.
Mm-hmm.
you know and there's a saying or something that I live by, which is kind of if what you seek and you yearn you can't find without, it's within you and it's been there from the very beginning, but it's about tapping into that. And I think that's what LMA, you know, really allows us to do, is to actually recognize the strength that you have within, the courage, you know, the values and the kind of attributes that you have that maybe have been, you know, kind of hidden, or you've, you know, have been impacted by life, you know, kind of and you know, life is tough, but actually, you know, I genuinely, I know it might sound really strange, but I feel really blessed to have had that experience and
Mm-hmm.
to have been at rock bottom, because I know what that feels like. And, you know, I never thought that I would ever experience that, but I have. And because of that, that's what's motivated me and pushed me on and pushed me further forward to really do the work on myself, because we all have a shadow side.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us live in the light, and a lot of us, though, you know, we you know, kind of go through our daily lives, but actually we don't do that internal reflection. We don't kind of often hold that mirror up to ourselves and look at who we actually are and what are some of the things that are about our own personality that are in the shadows, because actually they're hidden from us. There are
Yeah.
blind spots, and what LMA does is bring those blind spots kind of into the light so that you can see them and go, oh yeah, actually that's a really interesting, that is a self-limiting belief and I didn't know I had that.
Yeah.
And then once it's in the light, you can actually address it.
Yeah.
You know, once it's there and it's visible and you're aware of it, you can actually then work on it. You know, whereas for many people that don't do this kind of personal development work, those things are still in the shadows, and they're
Mm.
still having an influence on how we relate to people, how we communicate, how we engage, how we live our lives, but you're not aware of them consciously.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I love that. I really, really love that. So for people that may be watching this video, they're listening and they feel inspired by your story, not just your story, but for who you are as a result of that. And they're
Yeah.
thinking, oh, should I join LMA? Should I not? It all sounds great, but is it for me? What would you tell to that person that's currently on the fence whether they should come on board or not?
If someone's, you know, indecisive about it, I would absolutely sort of say to someone, you know, kind of, it's the beginning of a journey of self-development and self-improvement, that you won't experience and you won't find anywhere else. You know, and the community that we have in, you know, kind of you know, the heart influences family that we have, you know, are there to support and encourage and, you know, kind of motivate and drive you forward. And that's something that actually is really, really important, because when you feel alone, you know, when you're kind of in your house or wherever you are in your, you know, in your own thoughts, actually it's about tapping into that energy, tapping into that vibrational energy of a family, of a community that will help you and support you through those really difficult times when you feel like you want to give up or you want to quit. So if anyone was, you know, kind of indecisive about joining it, I would absolutely encourage them to do that. And I'm not and it's not always easy work, but actually, you know, things that are, you know, kind of personal, you know, working through all of that, you know, that is difficult at times, it is challenging, but it's so rewarding when you get to the end. It's so rewarding when you can look back and see your path and see the journey that you've been on and see where you're going in the future, you know. And doing that with a whole community of people around you that are all of the same mindset, all kind of working towards the same goal, is really inspiring.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. I love the wisdom that you have to share. There's so much. I feel like it's just flowing and unfolding. So, one last thing that I will ask you, only because I
Mm.
feel like the flow is coming through. What is the one message that you would like to share with people that are watching this, people that are in maybe difficult situations in their life, going through something? What do you feel like is the one thing that they need to hear right now?
um I think for me, the one message that I would say, and it is pertinent to my journey as well, is actually don't give up. Is don't give up, don't quit. It doesn't matter how, you know, kind of does it, not to say it doesn't matter, but whatever challenges you are facing, there's always a solution. There's always a way that you can work around that, and it's just about doing those little things every single day that moves you forward. So
Mm.
sometimes we think we have this like light bulb moment and we change, so one day we're this and then the next day we're going to be changed, all going to be lovely, and we're all going to be kind of and we're going to have worked through all of the things that are impacting on us, and it's never going to be like that. But actually it's those small incremental changes that you do day by day. So if you can do something every day that works on yourself, that works on your personal development, then where you are in 6 months and 12 months is going to be vastly different to where you are today. But it's not going to be that sudden big bang change. Everything, you're going to be a different persona, different mindset, different kind of archetype, whatever that is. That's it's a journey, and the first thing and the hardest thing is that first step. But that's where LMA comes in, and the family comes in, and the network of support to help you make that first step, and then for you to continue on that journey of progression and evolution.
Wow, I love that. Oh my goodness, it's like you're channeling the inner wisdom. I love that. And thank you for sharing this, and thank you for being
Yeah.
open, honest, and vulnerable. But I think more than that, what personally makes me very happy is to see you glow. Because
Oh.
you truly do. You truly do. And it just makes me happy because I know that also this is not a destination. This is just the
Yeah.
beginning of the beautiful journey, and you are in this momentum already. And like you said, it's
Yeah.
about taking the first step, getting started, and that's how momentum kind of like gets triggered, and you
Yeah,
can take it
absolutely.
from there. So I'm just really excited to see how this journey will unfold. I'm excited to give you this massive, big hug at WCA. So get ready, because there's a lot of incredible moments to happen. Always
Yeah.
feel free to reach out if you ever have any questions or anything that you need from me. And I always have my one eye open, watching
Oh.
you, seeing what you're up to. And I'm a big fan. So thank you for
Oh,
everything. I love you so, 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 so much. And I can't wait
thank
to
you.
see what other blessings will be coming your way.
I know. And I think generally I do feel like, we are very fortunate. We have a very blessed life. And however difficult things are, we have like I think I told you before, we're a global citizen of the world. So what we do has a ripple effect
Yeah.
throughout the world. And if we can share our message with more people that are kind of feeling vulnerable, feeling uncertain about where they go and the steps that they take, then that's such a positive message to send out into the world. And it's through that ripple effect that we will start to influence and change the mindsets of people on a global scale, not just within, kind of the UK or within, kind of Torquay or wherever I am.
Yeah.
It's that impact on a positive, on a global level that I think is going to really shift and change people.